Good morning, YouTuber subscribers and fans and alike. It's Grit coming at you from a Quality Inn. It's in Grisham, Oregon. I apologize ahead of time. This hotel doesn't have much in the way of light, so I put on the lights in the corner of the bed as I can. I'll go over this real quickly again with you. If you want to be a transporter and go through the hotels and airports a lot, you'll want to invest in lighter clothing that's warmer. First off, I have this, and it's not merino wool, but pretty close. It's just synthetic, made by Eddie Bauer, and it's supposed to help keep body odor away from you, and that would be your first layer on your skin, and that way, when you sweat and whatnot, it'll keep the smells down. Next layer, and you want to invest on everything that you can that has zippered up pockets. The side pockets, everything has zippers. The reason I do that, I'll show you that in a minute. But this is your next layer. It's the warmth layer that you put on after that, and this helps keep your body heat in. This becomes your air layer. It's a puff jacket. Again, zippered pockets everywhere you can. Zip up pockets. They come in handy like you wouldn't believe. This is the kind of the bubble wrapping layer between you and the outside atmosphere. So after you keep your heat in, you can keep the outside cold from getting to you. And then this is your rain and bad weather shell. All made by Eddie. I like Eddie Bauer stuff. Only has the one zippered pocket on the shell, but that's okay because I've got all of my other stuff that does have zippered. And I bought this mainly for the shell, and it has the hood. And then I made sure to buy the extra long one, the tall guy one, that way it'll cover as far down as possible. So I bought the tall guy stuff, even though I'm not all that tall, but that way it'll cover my butt and everything, and you can kind of cover 3/4, so if it rains, you're covered. Now, the reason why you want to get zippered up pockets is I'll go over the airport stuff with you in a second. This just has clothes and my paperwork for work I got to turn in for the CPA. That's it. So nothing should get flagged for TSA here. However, this has stuff for work, which includes my straps, a screwdriver, my license plates, other questionable stuff, anything that's metal, anything that's liquid, and anything that's my portable battery packs are all in there. That way, when I go into TSA, anything that could get flagged is that bag right there. And that way, it makes it easy for them to look through because it's only not even halfway full. It's like 1/4 full, as you can tell. So I get through TSA, and then I would put that bag in my carry-on, and there's a day pack in here that I would take out that has my glasses and some other stuff. And what I would do after I get past TSA is then you put your glasses and your power packs and your phone cords and like a touchpad and everything you need for the flight into the zippered pockets. The idea being, when you get to the gate, you only have the one bag for carry-on, and then you try to keep that carry-on so you can squish it down and still get it up and overhead. It says it's 30 liters, and it also says it's, compatible, I guess, with carry-on size for the flights or whatever, but it's not a flight to do that. But I also, this time around, got Alaska because they've got big old overheads. And I know that from previous flights, so I'm just going to put it on the big old overheads that Alaska actually offers compared to the other flights. And anyway, the general idea is when you get to the gate, you only have the one bag because you're wearing this for the flight. And the flight, all the plane flights tend to be cooler the further up in altitude you get in the air, so you don't have to worry about, sweating to death on the plane necessarily. But then I have other bags in here like that. That's only half, not even 1/4 full. That once I got past the gate, you could put all your coats into that and put it in overhead if you're fast enough about it. And you do it while the plane's full and the flight attendants don't see you. Put 2 different bags together while on the plane to get around their stupid little rules. That's how you would do it. Otherwise, the other option is to check a bag for $30. But I thought about it this morning, and there's a $7 screwdriver that I know for sure is probably going to get flagged in there, but I'm going to try to get away with it. If not, but most likely it's going to set the thing off and flag it, which doesn't matter because there's a bunch of metal ends in there from those straps that might get flagged too. I've never taken straps through to see, and because they're metal, they're going to ding the machine off. So that bag they're just going to have to go look through. And so I figure, if they let me get by with the screwdriver after looking at it, not that I want to take that on the plane, but I'm just trying to take it home without having to check it. But it's a $7 screwdriver or a $30 check bag fee. So you know, they catch it, they make me throw it away. It's $7 I don't have, but I don't have to pay $30 to keep the $7, so to speak. I can just go buy another $7 screwdriver if I had to. That type of thing. But I think I'm gonna go back to zip tying the plates on the zip ties, because zip ties are plastic. You just zip them right on. They're fast to put on, and then you just have a pair of really small scissors to cut them off with. That TSA will let you fly with as long as your scissors are less than your hand width, which I have at home in storage. But the thing is, lately I just haven't had zip ties available because I had a bag and a half at home in my storage, and I didn't get there in time to refill it like that was the original plan. Now that I do have zip ties, I'm just gonna, I think, go with zip tying plates on. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you my layering system, and then I also have a pair of jogging pants that double as your long johns. But that way you have another pair of pants that you can wear outside of these ones. That way you can wash these ones. So aside from that, I just have one I'm wearing, and then a couple pairs of underwear, a couple pairs of socks, because you always have to switch those out so you're fresh. And then a high visibility vest, and then I have a couple, 2 or 3 hats in there that need to go back in my storage, but that's it. That's all I carry on me for clothes. And the general idea is you come to the hotel, especially a nice hotel like this that's got the 2 sinks, and then you just do your laundry in the sinks when you need to. You know, hand wash it yourself, because if I only have that much layers of clothes, that's what travelers do all the time, especially single bag travelers do all the time. They just wash their own stuff back up. How you stay as a one bag nomad. I just thought I'd make a video on it real quick to show you. And one of the other things I do want to point out before I'm done with this video is you would be amazed at what just a simple neck gaiter can do. It's basically a scarf for your neck. You can use it as a do-rag to tie your hair up if you have long hair problems, which I don't. But mainly, if I wear this, I could be almost butt naked outside wearing this over my neck, and something about it keeping the blood that flows to your brain and your heart and everything warm between your neck, that keeps you way warmer than even all the layers of clothes and everything. So invest in a neck gaiter they call it, and then use it whenever you're in cold weather, and you'd be amazed how light layers of clothing you can get away with for the rest of your body if your neck is covered up. So I always carry one. I have 2 of them, but I always carry at least one of them on me. And that's the simple tips and tricks I can give you to being single bag nomad. I technically have 4 bags, but they're all in here. I have a 22-liter backpack that looks just like this, but smaller. It's at the bottom of this bag because I don't need it at the moment. But it's there in case I do need it. And it's nice to have, because when you're not flying on a plane or anything that restricts how much bags you can have, you can go around and have 4 bags worth packing around if you wanted to. But it's mainly I have these stowaway bags in case along the way you want to pick up food from an airport or whatever. You have a decently reliable bag to put your food in to get it from point A to point B. But if they're bags, it's not really designed to use every day, year round. That's why I got one of these. So I have 2 permanent good ones, and I have a day pack that's made out of the stowaway material. And that bag is called a stowaway because it literally folds up into the interior middle pocket and stows away about hand size in its own compression. It Bauer makes them that way on purpose, so you have a travel bag that you can stick in there when you don't need it, and then you can pull it out and use it for food or whatever. In this case, I'm going to use it as my flag bag. That's going to get flagged at TSA. I'm pretty damn sure it's going to. That way they don't have to look through my stuff here. That's jam-packed, mostly just has paperwork for work, and then like I say, my couple pairs of underwear, a couple pairs of socks, high visibility vest, and some hats and stuff like that in it. And that way they don't have to look through all that crap that they don't have to look at in order to get to what they do want to look at. So this one will clear TSA, that one will flag, and then I get to see what I get to keep of that one today. And then when I get through TSA, then what's in there is going to go back in here, and the stuff that's in here is going to go into my coat, which is a little bit of screwing around doing that, but that's the way you get around the gate problems at some airlines that care about it. And that's another reason why I'm taking Alaska Airlines for the big overhead size head thing that they purposely do in their Airbuses. I think they have, I can't remember. It's a different kind than the Boeing. And then on top of that, because of that, they don't worry about the space as much. and they don't bother you about the bags as much. But I'm still going to wear these layers because, like I say, the planes get colder the higher up you get anyway. So I won't have any problems with putting this on and wearing it. And I might even put that on and wear it because it's only 40 degrees is the high out there today. And then Chicago's going to be even colder than this because of the windy city that I'm eventually flying to. But I'm going to Seattle on basically a short hour flight from Portland to Seattle. And then I get a 3-hour wait. And then I fly from Seattle to Chicago today. But I just wanted to show you what I do to get by with one bag. And everything, if I really wanted to fight it and pack it in there, and after I get rid of my paperwork that I need for CPA for last year, everything will fit in that bag very easily. All my coats, all of it will fit in that bag once I get rid of the paperwork. But right now the paperwork technically takes up about half of it at the moment. But once I get rid of that, I will have everything in that one bag. And it's handy to have, but I'm probably going to take it back to storage for now because I have storage still available to me for 2 more weeks while I decide if I'm going to keep it or not. And then I'm considering taking a Texas trip this next time and then going Texas back up to Illinois. Kind of a round trip paid for. Potentially because I have 2 or 3 posts of each trip on the low boards. Or there's a few that are going to California and stuff, and I might go southwest. I have not decided yet because when I get back to Elkhorn, I want to go to the CPA probably on Friday. Get started on taxes. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you. Like and subscribe, leave comments, and check out the merchandise in the description below, and I'll catch you on the flip.